Public. Yeah. I guess the Packers. Be safe and stay positive. Hello, how's it going? Just doing something real quick. I could have popped on a little earlier, but you know, sometimes when your dog's just begging you to cuddle and stuff with them or whatnot. There we go. There we go. Stream settings. Yo, what's good? Just popped on. Maybe play a few games, whether it be 2 or 3. Obviously, I'm not going to do like last time, where I just played the 1. I'm going to play more, because I played Warzone first, last night. So that kind of just like delayed, and I was kind of talking about, with me getting my booster box a little early. Maybe if I win by like 4 or more touchdowns, I may open up a pack, so to speak, to like, obviously like spoil you as a viewer, because there could be a viewer out there that sees every single stream that I've been doing, and I appreciate that. It's better than nothing at all, just sitting here doing everything by myself, so I appreciate whoever is watching, that watches my streams, whether it be the same person or be different people each time. I appreciate it. I can't thank much greatness, and especially during this hard time with the COVID-19, things can get a little wanky with maybe paying bills and stuff, so you may not have enough money for your internet, electricity, having a house and stuff like that, but hopefully everyone's doing well. I obviously condone the frontliners and stuff like that. Like, technically I would not, like, obviously I'm not in the medical field, but I would be technically kind of like a frontliner when it comes to like grocery stores, so to speak, even though I'd be in the back, because I'm a maintenance person and we normally do most of our stuff in the warehouse. That I would still be like kind of like in the front line of making sure people get their groceries and stuff, and cleaning messes when need be, so to speak, and all that good stuff. But enough rambling. We got our rival, the Arizona Cardinals. They have beat us twice last year. Once during the regular season, we just lost by 2. Could have scored a field goal, but I kind of wanted a touchdown or whatnot. We kind of choked at the end. Or no, I couldn't get a field goal in the first game, but in the second game we needed a touchdown because they were up by 4, I believe. Yeah, they were up by 4, or no. Yeah, it's got to be like 4 or 6, 4 to 6 points, and because obviously I can't go back, so I don't like remember. Obviously I could go back in my videos, like my streams, but obviously I'm not gonna do that because I don't know what stream it was. That we were down by like 4 to 6 points, and we needed a touchdown to win it. I think we're down 6 points because we needed a touchdown to win by 1 to make it into the divisional round. Or no, we were in the divisional round. We needed to make it to the conference round, and we were so close. But yet we choked, interception right at the red zone, and they won the game. So we've had bad luck with them, but I guess apparently they don't have their tight end. We don't have a star wide receiver, Davante Adams. Because if you were to look here, he's got the injury. He's out for 7 more weeks. He had a dislocated ankle. But we got Coleman. He's a decent wide receiver. We got Allison. Even though he's on the trade block right now, we're probably maybe going to remove him or just keep him there. See if we can trade for a wide receiver. We got Scantling and we got Foster. Worst case scenario, we put Adams on injury reserve. And we bring another wide receiver if we need another wide receiver. Defense-wise, we're actually doing decent. We're not like 80s. Like some of them are 80s, but mostly like within the mid-70s. The highest, obviously, 92 with Kenny Clark. And then either with the defensive line, they need to upgrade for sure. But draft picks and stuff like that, what can you do? And maybe with Looney, after this year, we just let him be. Yeah, 'cause defensive lineman, we definitely need to upgrade. And like I said, I was going to re-sign Corey Coleman, Anthony Brown, Dean Lowry for sure, even though overall people may reject him or whatnot. But he's only 25 years old. He's got some size to him. He's 296 pounds. He's almost 300. Will Parks for sure. He's 25. He's only... Him, yeah, he's getting a little bit old, but Jason Spriggs, he doesn't seem to be going up to the potential that I want him to, so that's the only guy that I won't re-sign. Otherwise, Fat Girl on to the left, I will keep, which is 5 players, and then obviously there was some free agents that I picked up that have 1-year deals. Because if I go to salaries, because I know Richard Rodgers, I believe, is 1. I don't want to go to David Bakhtiari. Fitzpatrick, I think he's a rookie, or I think he's a rookie, but I'll resign him, so to speak. Foster is 1. Lindsley, obviously, we're going to. Anthony Brown, we're going to. Coleman, he's on the borderline, but we most likely will. Ty Montgomery, we could, but yet we could also let him go and then free up 2.95, basically almost $3 million in cap space for another running back. Other people, because I don't go like really in depth. I just kind of play the game and see how it goes with other free agents and stuff like that. Last year I didn't really do so well. I only had 1.1 million to deal with, so I really couldn't get anybody. And we got Jalen Richard. If he does really good behind Ty Montgomery, then obviously I will re-sign him. I think he's 25 years old compared to Ty Montgomery is 26, so they're still likely we'll keep this running back core. But if Ty Montgomery goes to like 82, we're going to keep him for sure. But if he stays at 80, we may end up like ditching him and try and pick someone else. Well, Parks we're going to keep because he's not like 80 overall, but he's a decent corner. The right tackle we're not going to. Richard Rodgers, depending on if he gets to a 77, I always like try to give or take like 2 overall percentage points, because obviously like when you're in my career or whatnot, you can easily get like 4 within a season if you do all the gold, do all the training in gold, and then if you play the game and if you like basically like stat yourself up, like deck yourself, that you're going to improve a lot faster. With this, obviously, I sim the training because obviously I'm not going to stream the training because I could be doing it so many times and you would probably just get bored and just leave the stream anyway. Feckle were doing it, but if I give or take with 2 overall points, if they go up 2 within a season, or maybe even 1, but I'm most likely going for 2. I don't do the... Why am I doing that? I don't go for the 1, because then it locks your spot in the roster for next year. T. Brown must be a reserve or something, because I don't remember. Him, probably gonna kick him. He's got no signing bonus, so at the end of the year we're probably gonna release him and try and get a left end in the draft if we can, because I kind of just, I don't do like the draft class, so to speak. I just do like auto generate rookies just for the heck of it. I'm not like any of those like YouTubers that go into depth of, hey, this guy forgot this guy in the draft class. I pay attention to like college football, but when it comes to college football, I normally just mostly pay attention when it comes to Wisconsin. Not to the fact that I live in Wisconsin, but that's like the favorite team that I like to watch, because they have a great, they transform great offensive linemen, and then obviously with the past 4 to 5 years, they've created great running backs. Melvin Gordon, Corey Clement, obviously he's with the Eagles, he's a 3rd string, so he hasn't really had his capability of showing what he's really capable of in the NFL, but Melvin Gordon has. James White with the Patriots. I know there was another one with his last name Clay, but I don't think he made it to the NFL, but he was a really good running back. He was a power back mostly, but due to the fact of like nowadays, like the game, they're trying to go for speed and agility and not just for power and strength. Like Derrick Henry, yeah, he's got power to him, but he's also got some speed. So that differentiates him from, you got muscle mass, you can pack on the pound, but you also have to have speed, and that's what he has. And he also has proven himself with the Tennessee Titans that create a good offensive lineman and pack a punch when it comes to the running game. Obviously, like they did in this past playoffs, they made it to the conference round, and they were just 1 game short of the Super Bowl with being an underdog. So I think they were the 6th ranked team within the playoffs, so they had to face higher seed teams. Dave Bakhtiari, obviously next year we're going to resign. He may be a little bit expensive, but overall he's only 27 years old. He's 98 overall. We need the offensive lineman. Deshaun Kaiser, he doesn't have a bonus, so there will be, or maybe there's like a penalty, so to speak. I know there's like a penalty if I were to release him right now. I think it's just the 1.24 penalty. And then we just continue with Long Anthony and Brock Roth, the other quarterback that's a scrambling quarterback that is just the same as Deshaun Kaiser, but Deshaun Kaiser's been in the league a few more years, so he can't go to the practice squad, which I wanted him to be, but I put him on the trade block for right now, and nobody's been wanting him. Same with Geronimo Allison and stuff, so Kevin King I put on the trade block. I didn't really get good trades, so I rejected because they kind of disrespected me. They just basically gave me, I think the highest draft pick they gave me was maybe a 4th round, but other than that, it would have been for next year and not this year. And then the rest of them were 6th or 7th rounds. There's only 3 trade offers, and it was either for like a 76 overall, like a left outside linebacker, to replace one of our rookies that's doing just fine throughout this season. We're like the 2nd overall in defense, even though we don't have the high 80s, we don't have the 90s, we have basically mid-70s, some low 60s when it comes to defensive linemen, but other than that, we've been doing just fine. Campbell, we're keeping. I think I may put on the trade block just for the heck of it, but nobody has been wanting to pick him up, and I don't know why he's not going up in overall, but maybe it may be next year that the fact of he may need to go because he's been with the team for a few years. I kind of gave him, an extra 3 years with that signing bonus of 1.5 million, he's not going up. So but he's also been producing. It's not just the fact of, oh, I'm just worrying about the overalls and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm kind of worrying about the overalls, but more than likely, like, I want the overall to go up. Oh, so now it's a close matchup, 77 and 76. I think the team last year for Arizona Cardinals was towards the 80 overall, and we're the 74. We have increased to a 76, which is nice. I seem to be doing good when it comes to the color rush. So I'm going to continue putting the opponent and me as the color rush. Obviously, it could get annoying or whatnot, but it seems like I am performing to the best of my ability, being with the color rush uniforms, and so on and so forth. And it's not like I don't have any training boosts either. Like, I have training boosts on linebackers, I think DBs too as well. Defensive linemen, I don't. That's probably my next step. And I think offensive linemen I do. But the running backs, wide receivers, and QBs, it takes a lot. It's like 4,000 to... It's like 3,800 to 4,000 XP for the coach in order to get those training boosts throughout the entire roster. And obviously I'm not going to sim through the season, because otherwise then what's the point of streaming when I literally could be like everybody else, making a video and streaming it and making a video of like any team making a rebuild and smack dabbing it and making a rebuild video, where this, I'm actually playing the game. You actually see what kind of mistakes I'm making, what kind of mistakes or what kind of successes. Like the last stream we played against the Atlanta Hawks, we lost to them by, what was it, 14, and we won by 7. So we've progressed very well. The draft, yeah, so to speak, it was decent. It wasn't, you know, the only good player that I really got was Long Anthony. But other than that, like, because the offensive lineman, I only probably kept maybe 1 out of the 4 or 5 offensive linemen I drafted. So it really just gets kind of annoying when you see all that you've done is reached for a player, and the other good person that I got is the kicker. I got the #1 kicker in the 7th round, because most of them were either they were going to get drafted or they were going to become free agents, and we needed a kicker because they got rid of Mason Crosby and they didn't trade me for a kicker. So, and then I had a get Eddie Pinerio, that is on the practice squad for the Bears right now, for a year. So now we're playing Aaron Rodgers, and let's see if we can interception. This year he's got 5 touchdowns and 1 interception, so he's not doing so hot, and it's also in the beginning of the season, so maybe we may be out of luck of they're not getting on a roll right now, and that way we can stop them, so to speak, within these drives, instead of, I think last year we played towards the end of the year and they got something rolling, where this year they have a new team, they have a new scheme, they don't have their starting tight end, and they start off with a false start. I'm just going to take that off because I don't really need to hear everything, because it's just the same old. It would be different if I was playing like Fortnite or Warzone, where I need to hear everything with the movement and stuff, where this is, all it is kind of like the same commentary over and over. Oh. Alright, so they may have gotten 5 yards with the penalty, but they basically got it back with a 9-yard run. So they would have had a first down. I'm just going to do a blitz. They may be passing, but we got everyone covered. There we go. So, so I think for them that they, it's his wrist. So that's even the worst. So yeah, we're in week 4. We're 2-1. They're 0-3. He's going to the locker room, so he's probably out for the game, out for a few weeks. Sad to say, within the second play that they run the ball, that they lose their star running back. Maybe it's time for you to let him go. Alright, so they got a first down, but we didn't get them much yards. We didn't allow them to get much yards, 7 yards. But yeah, it's still crucial that they got the first down. Kind of want to stop here.
Money throw right there to move the sticks. Some strong running. Battle for it here, and this will be
I've always tried to fumble the ball or try to strip it out, but it seems like every single time that you have the option to do that is when you hit stick. And that can kind of get annoying. Alright, so we're going to send the blitz. They're in a formation of running, because they are a running offense. They're going to... You got Noah Font, or whatever. Alright. Oh, so now I enter their wide receiver. I just caught the ball. So they're going to be down a few people now. Now that is leg, so he's maybe done for the game. I wouldn't say the season, maybe out for a few weeks, but you never know what this automated system will do. They're going to run the ball. There we go, we stopped them. 3rd and 1. Just got to pinch the ball. The buffet boys. Yeah, 3rd and 1. We're going to do Overstorm Brave. It's literally the only... We're going to do that. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both in the backfield and in the slot. All they have is a chance to hit a field goal, which is perfect. Yeah, it's not like obviously I want them to punt it. Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. All right, so they made it. All right, we're down 3-0. That's, you know, it's not too much of a task. We could probably get a field goal too, but we also need to observe what their defense does.
You're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it? Yep. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big.
Jalen Richard. Like I said, if I go up by like 4 touchdowns or more, I may open a pack or something. Cause I know I'm gonna create a video. But if you've been like a loyalty fan or something like that, I'm gonna try and treat you special with something. The things every quarterback is looking to do. Let's do this. So then I know what they're doing, whether it be Coleman, so that may not work. Like I said, we don't have Adams. Allison we don't have Adams. So I know they got some decent speed. Oh, they're sending the blitz. So I'm just gonna throw it to obviously the next available wide receiver. They're sending the blitz. I'm not gonna deal with the blitz. That was a play that I didn't want, but alright, let's see how many yards we can get. Williams is in this. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hit. Ty Montgomery. Alright. Seems like we can't get any yardage from that play. Thought maybe we could. See if we'll do this play. Outside with the tight end did not. So last game we got Coleman, what Richard Rodgers route is, and there we go. He was open, so I wasn't too worried. Like, yeah, they could do the, you know, Madden cheese of having the guys sprint up more and...
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
There we go. I try not to juke too much because I know it kind of slows down the player or whatnot, but overall in general it seems to work when it comes to my gameplay at certain points. Otherwise I always try to spin, but that may not always work either, so it's just whenever it comes to I guess the situation. Okay, he dropped the ball. It's 3rd and 1, so I'm not too worried about it. All we need is kind of like a QB sneak, and we got the first down. Because they were kind of blitzing.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
It's kind of the same play, but no, it's a little different. It's no motion. It's just a bunch set. Probably hit Scantling or Rogers if Coleman's open. Allison I kind of just don't worry about at this point. There, Rogers is open.
And Rogers has it over on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13 and also the first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be.
All right, we'll do it inside zone. I don't really run from the shotgun, but it looks like everyone's wide open, so it will give us wide open space. Got us maybe 4 or 5 yards. 5. First quarter's going by quick. I kind of just stall and try and see what their defense is like, even though I said like maybe if I win by 4 or 5 touchdowns, but I got a whole game ahead of me. There we go. Well, like I said, my tight end is kind of my main objective. If you were to play me online, I don't really play online, but if it's a thing that may happen, I may do it, but I know some of that stuff takes a lot of time. Alright, I'll just take the sack. It doesn't really matter. You just lose a bit of yardage. 1 sack doesn't hurt. Let's do the stretch play. May not even do it because there's 8 seconds left, and we could just have plenty of time to choose what our second goal play is. Worst case scenario, we kick a field goal like they did and tie the game up. Kind of just taking this slow because I know Arizona Cardinals, yeah, they don't have their star tight end or their running back now, or they're another star wide receiver, or if they're back, Avalos. Kind of skip that, even though that's like good highlights or something. We're gonna look and see if they're like gone for sure, or if they're just gone for a few quarters. It's not like I wish that they're gone like for good for the game. Cardinals. Oh, okay. 4 weeks to be determined. Oh, it's a hamstring tear, so he's definitely not coming back unless if for some odd reason he does. And he has a dislocated elbow, so that's not coming back because, as you can see, a dislocated ankle, you're out for 7 more weeks. And it may say he may be out for 8 more weeks, depending on if it gives the, if it gets the playthrough injury or start the other player. I'm gonna start the other player. I'm not gonna risk. Nobody's open. I'm just gonna try and get as much yards as possible, and I guess I injured someone else, or someone just got injured by doing whatever, so they've just been falling apart, so to speak. We are going to do a zone weak instead. We are close to the end zone. We just got to the 1 yard line. We may just do a QB. Oh, it's 4th and goal. Do I go for it? I don't want to risk it. It's still early in the game. I'm just going to go for the field goal, tie it up. You know, you could be like, oh, you're just a wussy or whatnot. Like, this actually matters. This is for a good seed in the playoffs if we were to make it that far. I don't know how far I'm going to make it. This is a whole new team. Our defense has been doing good, but I haven't really looked deeply into the rest of the schedule, that it may be the same schedule as last season, but a little flopped all over the place, and maybe a opponent not here, opponent not there. But all I know is that the Packers always get a somewhat decent, tough schedule, so any points counts, and if I were to not get a touchdown off of that play, I would rather get a field goal, tie the game up, and try and win the toss in overtime than... There we go. I'd rather get... I mean, yeah, we could have maybe like forced like a safety or something like that, but like still, if you've seen most of my streams, I've only got out of maybe 6 or 7 times that I could have got a safety with a player, it was maybe like 1 or 2. I think it was only just 1, so it's like a 10%, or not even a 10%, like a 5%. 5% rating that I do get the safety, because I would be so close, but then I would either hit the hit stick too early or I dive too early because of the animations of block shedding and everything. So it's just... There we go. 4th down. Yes, 4th and 14. So either way, we've stopped them. Like, obviously, it's a good thing that we stopped them, but I would rather get the 3 points. That was kind of stupid, but overall, in general, I'd rather get the points instead of risking it for the biscuit, and they had a good drive going where we got momentum on us. I'll just do this, even though it may not be the best play. There we go. Obviously, I'm trying to hit different wide receivers, but he was open and they were blitzing. So, it's all in all, he was wide open. I'm trying to hit Allison because he is the star wide receiver right now, but with the routes that I have been given by the playbook, it's not giving me... There we go. Now he may be off. And there you go. So he got a decent route. I changed it to a slant because I thought, because with Marquez Scantling, he had that like dig, so to speak, or that post, but it was like a start in and then he went up and then he went over, that he was going to be wide open because I made him a slant. Otherwise he was taking a post to the sideline, and with me kind of knowing a defense and seeing other YouTubers like TD Barrett and, so to speak, kind of what do you call it? It's what kind of term is it called? I like you basically look at what the defense is doing. I'm going to send him on an out route. Scantling, he's going to send on a slant. You're going to, what is that called? I'm losing. Okay, nobody's really open. Alright, I tried to throw it away, but obviously he got the sack on me. 2nd and 15. It's okay. We get a little bit more space. You kind of like dissect. That's what I was trying to do. Kind of dissect the defense and see what will happen through if you were to send this guy this way, if you were to send that guy that spot, and stuff like that. So I'm obviously I'm just trying to get to other wide receivers. Worst case scenario right now is we are going... I didn't really want that play, but we're going to send the... I'm going to keep Coleman the way he is. I'm just going to send Scantling on a slant, keep Allison the way it is, and Richard Rodgers that way. If he'll break out the other way, and... Alright. There we go. That's a touchdown. There we go. That's his first rushing touchdown of his career. He is very slow. So he's more of a pocket passer and not a rusher like Deshaun Kaiser or Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson. He is a very pocket passer, like I would say, I wouldn't say like Peyton Manning or something like that, because I believe it's kind of like Peyton Manning, because Peyton Manning, yeah, he could move at certain points, but Peyton Manning was also effective when he ran, but when he ran, he was, you know, on the slower edge because of his motor skill capability of running. Because there are some QBs that are decently, I would say like Phillip Rivers, so to speak, because Phillip Rivers, he never leaves the pocket that I've seen, but I could be wrong. Because I know when it comes to like Pro Bowl and stuff, he does when he's getting those all-star seasons. But other than that, I don't really see him leaving the pocket when I've watched a Chargers game. But now he's with the Indianapolis Colts, I believe, since his contract was up and the Chargers weren't willing to pay him that amount of money. Because he also is getting to retirement age, and I feel like he was saying, I got a year or two left before my reign is done, so I'm going to do it somewhere else, maybe rebuild the Colts a little bit, because Andrew Luck, he was injury prone. That was wide open. Nice pass, Aaron Rodgers. But my Long Anthony has shown well that he is right now the better quarterback with 1 rushing touchdown and 1 field goal. So
2 minutes to play here in the
we'll
first
see.
half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up.
Yeah, like I said, I got the booster box early, but I feel like with my schedule that I have on my calendar on a whiteboard, that I still may either give it to you, the video on the 30th, or maybe a little earlier and swap a few things, like maybe my career videos, like if I can. But I also work this coming up weekend, and with my sleep schedule being all wonky and stuff, so I may be more tired and not want to create videos or whatnot, just like take a 2-day break or a couple-day break, because I've been creating videos like crazy now, and I just kind of need to slow down. Oh, that was a good pass. He broke off right at a good point. We need to not allow them into... Oh, but he's going to be passing, so I'm going to do that instead. That way everybody is manned up.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Alright, we're going to try and keep him out of the end zone, if possible. But yeah, I've been creating videos like crazy for the past month and stuff, and spending it down here, or maybe I just don't live stream as much. Because normally when I live stream, it's like, I don't want to create a video right now. Oh my god, you had that! Jair Alexander. I believe that's who it was. He had that in his hands. I pressed even triangle too. I don't know why. Maybe I had to hold it, but...
Rodgers will try again on second down. And that'll be caught by
oh, that's touchdown. Okay. I don't know why with this,
his first touchdown on the
okay, so we got a minute 8 left to either score a field goal or something, because I think we had to kick it off right to them. So we get the ball in the second half, so it doesn't really matter if we score or not. It's just the fact of the matter, we need to score, that way we have an advantage, whether it be a 14 or a 10-point advantage, which is what I would like, but it may not happen. So, you know, I may throw interception. Oh, I feel like I could have been free. Alright, so we are on the 34-yard line, which is... Alright, this is a play that I needed. This is where Coleman had that wide open route. But they may have dissected it really good, though. Yeah, they did. They may have said, yo, you may have that done with the Atlanta Falcons, but we are a faster defense. Even though Atlanta Falcons sacked me like 10 times, so to speak, because they have a good defensive lineman core. Just like that, and Foster was wide open, but they got a timeout, so let's see. But yeah, maybe it's the fact that I live stream too many times, but I know like YouTubers, there's like some YouTubers that I'll watch that live stream every single day. And so I kind of like, you know, I want to kind of be like them, but yet also, I'm also starting and I have to make my videos. Alright, so we are punting it. This is the fact that we're just going to punt it. But like I was saying before, like some YouTubers, like they have their own video making crew and stuff like that. So they have all this extra time maybe. Or unless if it's like, I don't know, like Jidel or something that makes his videos all by himself, but I know there's like Kenny Chow or something like that that makes, like, he said he's like the head guy of the 2 Hype like social media and stuff. I believe that's what he said he is, but I have no idea. Because it's not like these, well, Jesser I believe is 21, Jesser the Laser, or Jesser, JSR, he just turned 21, so, alright, good thing you slid, because Campbell is coming in hot. But yeah, like they're decent age, they're in their mid-20s, early 20s. So it's not like they are. Oh, that was a holding call probably. I'm gonna push him back.
Holding offense.
But down in the description, accept it. 2nd and 11. Oh, that's probably half because of the runoff. Yeah, I get the ball. I figured I got the ball. But in the description, I have put other social media, whether it be, I put my YouTube, Instagram, so if you want to follow that, it's open to the public. It's not like private where you have to request. It's where I'll post pictures and stuff like that of videos that will be coming up, whether it be like the booster box, whether it be a different video, whether it be watch out for Magic the Gathering coming out or something like that. So you can follow me on that, and then I also have like the URL link of my Discord where you can, if you're on your phone or something like that, you just click in it, it sends you straight to the link of just like the general server of my Discord, and then you can type whatever you feel, whether if it's maybe a compliment to my channel, or maybe something you maybe think of doing this, maybe think of doing that, just like maybe giving me ideas maybe when it comes to editing stuff. But I also I'm not going to be spending $200 and stuff like that on editing stuff, because I do these videos all by myself. Really, Ty Montgomery. So yeah, and he's also injured. That's great. That is great. Booth review. Hopefully he's down. Yeah, no, substitute. Oh, okay, he was down. Sweet. First and goal. Or first and 10. Not first and goal. I did not go all the way down. But good. So it's Allison. Sorry, like my computer screen takes part of my screen, so I kind of look. Stuff like that. So I have like a small table that I have everything set at. There we go. Got a first down. I try to juke him out, but you know, sometimes you just gotta run straight and not juke and do all that fancy stuff. Alright, so Scantling, I'm gonna send you on a slant instead of doing the hook curl and keep everyone the same. It has, oh, he dropped it anyway, because I was going to say that's going to be open, but he dropped it with all the collision, so we got a good drive going. We just got to slow it down, dissect the defense, and continue this drive going. Now Ty Montgomery's injured. We got Jalen Richard, who is, you know, a little faster. I mean, I shouldn't have moved in the pocket, but everybody was not wide open. I should have just thrown out. Now it's third down. Okay, we're going to do this play, because last time it worked, especially with Allison, but the defense seems like they've got it under control, but it's also different wide receivers. So that's an open spot. Oh, he dropped it. Alright, so we're going to punt the ball. We're going to punt it in their deep 20. So normally when you punt it out of bounds, they give you a weird spot. Oh, shoot. It was close. I thought it would go out of bounds.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense,
there we go. They got like maybe 1 or 2 yards out of that. 1 yard. Okay, that's fine. That is A-okay with me. Especially on a mid blitz, you just gotta cover the holes. Alright, yeah, just gotta make a pinch. That's what I kind of noticed, is that sometimes when it comes to a running offense, kind of like this offense, you gotta make your defensive lineman pinch. That way it stops the inside guys from, whether it be I'm just gonna, that's, oh, and a fumble. There we go. There we go. If you're gonna booth review that and that's gonna be overturned, that is baloney. There we go. We're gonna do that. We're doing it away from Rodgers, because there's obviously, as you can see as I dissect it, there's a star player, which is like they're obviously, even though there's a star on the other side, but there's the star player and then the defensive end and then the outside linebacker right there, and then there's also a safety. We're over here, yeah, we have 3 guys to 3 guys and that safety over the top, but overall I feel like we're going to be more effective if we do it this way. If the offensive lineman like 65 that tried to go up Lane Taylor, go up to the second story, which is the linebacker, and the other offensive lineman carries the so we got a few yards. I believe we got like 2, but yeah, because I was kind of like an offensive lineman, obviously, like with my stature, I'm 5'6", and everything. There we go. Allison getting his 10 catch, and it's a touchdown, so that's always a good sign. I wanted to give him a touchdown. Kind of wanted to use him as Adams is gone, because obviously he's the '1 player after Adams. Randall Cobb is gone. We'll try and get a decent wide receiver in the offseason if we can. Because I know, I think I'm going to ditch Ty Montgomery. Yeah, he's an 80 overall, but I could try and look to see if I can get a different running back in free agency. Worst case scenario, I would have to sign him back for a 1-year deal, but if he's available. But right now it's kind of focused on this year, because if he keeps getting injured, obviously I'm not gonna like release him, because then I have to deal with that penalty. But overall in general, then it's just gonna you know, give me an indication on, okay, you're injury prone like Lance Kendricks that I put on the trade block and that I shouldn't have re-signed. Alright, so he got a good decent push, 6 yards. Kind of do these like cover one robbers or whatnot, because more than half of the time when it comes to that, the like middle safety normally gets a interception. But this is also a running offense. Or sometime like middle line, like linebackers and stuff will get interceptions, because that's like my favorite play. But overall in general, it doesn't always work. But
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Who knows? But obviously there's a lot of pros and stuff. Obviously I'm facing the computer, so it doesn't really matter.
First down, a run with Hyde. He'll get about
there we go. He only got like 2 yards out of that.
8-yard line.
Or 4. Okay, my bad.
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting
Do a
right
mid
back in this
blitz.
game.
I'm gonna follow right along with you because
Everyone's gonna be covered. Oh, besides the running back. Oh, the running back's covered. Okay, that's good.
And that just means you're one big score away.
Alright.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive
Gonna
continues
not
to
do a
plunge
blitz this
forward.
time.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the
Even though I
playbook.
probably should. I'll do a blitz this time. Because he's gonna. They run the ball in the first.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Daniels has it over the middle.
Because they normally run the ball every first down. So.
Bought him a little extra space. A gain of 6 there.
This time I won't do a blitz. I'll just do
It's a
that.
staple of this offense.
But it's like every single time I
Drag
don't do a blitz, they run the ball, and every single time I do a blitz, they pass. So,
Still an effective
it's,
game nonetheless.
you see, but it didn't really matter anyway, because Montrevious Adam, oh, they got Carlos Hyde. He used to be a great running back at The Ohio State University, so,
Gotta stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments, or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the
Kyle Fackrell,
Inside the 25.
I think maybe I may not re-sign him, because he seems to get injured every single time.
And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
And it's like I have to deal with Whitehead being the rookie, and then the other right outside linebacker. I think it's, I don't remember his name. Gilbert, the other Gilbert. So there's Reggie Gilbert, that's behind Fackrell, and then there's I think it's like Dwight Gilbert or something. I have no idea. Alright, so it's the start of the fourth quarter. We gotta buckle down here. We gotta buckle down and get it right. Oh, so Gilbert. I think this is Dwight. Yeah.
Play action. Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And they work this near the
Alright. Yeah, we have to substitute him for... Yeah, I think I won't re-sign him because he keeps getting injured, and that'll just be another outside linebacker we have to draft then. Because we're probably just doing the first 4 rounds within the draft to pick star players, and then basically trading 5 through 7, trading away our picks maybe for superstars or just overall in general. Just trading people, releasing people. So now it's a tie ball game. Alright, so now we just need to stall the clock, either get a touchdown or get a field goal and win the game. That's what the plan is, but also like sometimes it normally happens like with this kick return that I may get to the 30-yard line or not. I got to the 26, so it doesn't really matter if it was a touchback or not. But and Corey Coleman's injured, so we may have to put someone in injury reserve, which is not a good thing. Or we just have to do a 2 Titans set instead of
Throwing to start the drive. Anthony.
Vince Kendricks with the first catch of the day.
Alright.
Okay. So we are now out another wide receiver, and so now Montgomery, tight end, Foster, let's get Ellison. There we go. What? That, no. It's wide open. Alright, we're going to do this play. 5 wide receiver sets. 4 wide receiver. Yeah, 4 wide receiver with tight end set. Alright.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
It's the only way to do it, to be honest, because you don't want to risk losing your running back.
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing,
wide open.
Chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you gotta let your guy know.
We could do this play again, see if it'll work, see if Allison will be open, but more than likely not. Maybe Montgomery. Yeah, nobody. Well, I mean, Scaling was a little before, but alright, we'll do this play instead. Alright, so what is it? Richard Rodgers, Kendricks, Hodges. So Hodges, I'm going to send you on a slant instead. Get you across the field. Oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. It's 4th down now. Oh, it's 3rd and 17. Alright. Gotta do this play. This play won us the game last game. Gotta do it. Yeah, we've been doing all these vertical sets or whatnot, but we just gotta. Alright, so we're gonna punt it. Hopefully it's in there within 0 to 10 yards.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
There we go. There. 6-yard line, that's perfect. That's what we want. Because there's 4 minutes yet in the game. Want to pin them back as deep to force them to run it, force us to blitz.
When you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a
force them to force us to get a stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're
This is
hoping,
probably going to be a run set, to be honest. Pinch. Flag, false start, so they'll push him back a little bit more. Worst case scenario, we put Deshaun Kaiser in to save us the game because Long Anthony is not producing the amount of numbers that I want. Well, I mean, he's producing a decent amount of numbers, but to win us the ball game, though, I prefer Deshaun Kaiser. Every hole was filled. I don't know why that was open. Alright, 3rd down. Gotta do this. Pinch.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh no.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely.
Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully tomorrow, it all depends on like my family situation because we're getting some fixed tomorrow within the house. I'll try and to do whether it be a stream with somebody. That way it's not just me every single time. I just do streams because, like I said, not all the time I want to be making just straight up videos. because then you'd be seeing probably me wearing clothes and stuff, like the same clothes exactly, like every single video, and you would think, oh, he pre-recorded this already, and then he just uploads it, and I'll be like, you're 100% correct. But who really cares? It's YouTube. It's the content that makes the difference and not the actual people wearing and stuff. So, but just overall in general, that'll just get like boring, so to speak, because then all I'm doing is making video after video after video, and then you could see me drag off with me, whether it be commentating. Is this? Yeah, this has been on. Just trying to see if it's been on, because sometimes I'll forget that I turned it off. But it's been on the whole time, so that's cool. There we go. We have stopped them before it got dirty. I wish I could play. I technically could play music, but I just don't want the copyright problems. There we go. We have stopped them, now it's 4th down. And they're probably going to use the 2-minute warning. Yeah.
Time for a break. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Cardinals, they got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fair catch signaled for, and
yeah, I pressed the triangle button. Down at the 28-yard line. It's not too bad, but could be better, but I also don't want to risk fumbling it with a lot of people right there, so and I didn't want it to go backwards either. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little stroll. Hopefully I don't fumble it, and there you go. I know I got like plenty of time to like pick a play and stuff like that, but sometimes when you get rolling like that, you just want to stay in the moment of. Oh, I am so lucky. That is one lucky throw. But he got his first catch, so that's nice. I believe, because I did not throw it to Foster any other time. Alright, here we go. That's out of bounds. Alright. Oh. He did give us. He was out of bounds. You really don't have to do a booth review.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Yeah, he's completely out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Yeah, I don't even wonder why they had a booth review that. It was, you could obviously see clearly when I played the play, like it was out of bounds. Do a short pass, you know, gets 3rd and 3. Oh, now he's injured now. It's like I have to get new wide receivers or put every single one of them on injury reserve, or I just don't pass. But I mean, we're close to field goal range anyway. I feel like this is field goal range. It's 4th and 7. If I have to punt it. Alright.
So
hopefully
maybe the biggest kick of the game,
I have to be perfect.
This to take the lead here in the final minute.
Oh no.
And this will split.
There, we got it. I didn't think, since I wasn't perfect, that I wasn't gonna get it. But I can't really speak now about the win because they got another chance. There we go. We're on the 25-yard line. Alright, let's go. Let's get the win. Let's be 3-1 instead of 2-2. They're gonna pass the ball. I just know it.
Back to throw.
There we go. Second, so 3 more downs. 3 more downs, including the second. To control. To control. To control. To control.
Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Oh my God. Keep them in bounds though, waste their timeouts. That's what we want to keep them in bounds, but we also don't want them to get a first down either. Jones get 20. Is that Josh Jones? No, it's not.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain.
There we go. There we go. Don't want to send this to overtime though, because I suck at overtime, especially with Arizona Cardinals.
He's back to throw.
There we go. There we go. Jair Alexander. That's the dub. That's the dub. That's the dub. That's the dub. Clinching interception against the Arizona Cardinals. We're gonna do a timeout and we're just kneeling the ball. Oh my God. They are just pathetic right now. They are pathetic. They're just sore losers because they've beat us 2 times in a row last season and they can't handle a loss. Well, I mean, they have lost every single game this season now. They're 0-4. And they have to basically win out in order to get a top seed in the playoffs.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about
Jair Alexander, the player of the game.
Tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done.
Unless if it's Long Anthony because of
that victory.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take
it's a Sunday night game. We won 20-17. Pick from Jair Alexander was the game-winning pick. Yeah, you got that touchdown. I mean, I think we could have challenged that touchdown. I might look at the highlights and see if like that touchdown was actually legit, because I feel like one of his heels would have been. But like if you do like an instant replay or something like that, then you can't challenge it because then you've seen like what the play is and stuff. But so that kind of stinks. View highlights. Oh. So highlights, you have to rewatch like every single play. Let's see. Oh, this is the play. So where's Jermon Gresham? I think that's him. Sorry if I'm boring you with this, but I just wanna... No, he's not Gresham. He's Gresham. Oh, I just took a picture. I don't want Fackrell. I want this wide receiver right here. Okay, here we go. One, two. Okay, that was in. He was in. So either way, if I were to challenge it, they would have got. I think I may have to get like a soda or something because my dry. So we got the home win. We didn't get 4 sacks. We didn't allow 250 yards or less. I do have an upgrade available. I probably want player progression. Can't do defensive lineman. Could do punter, but that'd just be a waste of stuff. O-line. Linebackers at 1,600. O-lineman. Kicker. Tight end at 1,000. Why is it like to get players for tight end is 1,800, but then for a training boost it's 3,230? Like, that is something I don't get. Obviously, I'm trying to go for that one. I'm trying to go obviously for the offense, but they're so dang expensive when it comes to training. I mean, J.K. Scott is good right now. O-lineman. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for O-lineman free agency. Because this, obviously, we don't really need. O-lineman is what we need. So I'm going to submit that. Because we need O-lineman. Advance. No. 2 new injuries. So it's probably Scantling, Fackrell. Okay. So we have 2 wide receivers that are gone. Can I put him on IR? So what does this mean? Okay. So I can sign somebody from my practice squad, which I'll sign. Or I'm going to look at other practice squads too. I'm not just going to pick the guys from mine, but also that 72 overall with the scheme fit is the best bet, so to speak. But I'm going to look at other free agents, I should say. All these are kickers. So 74 Gresham Perryman, but who's on a practice squad? Uh, 72. So our guy is the best guy there is compared to Trey. Corner St. Brown has better speed and 92 acceleration, but his like strength is weak. And he's a deep threat, and that's probably what we need right now. So it's not like I'm saying Dwight is bad, but he's 85 speed, 85 acceleration, when Equanus St. Brown is 90 and 92. And that's what we kind of need. So I'm going to sign from the practice squad for right now, and then probably putting him on injury reserve. Oh, I can't sign him, so it would be negative 1.5 million. So right now I'm just stuck with the team that I have, having 2. It's probably, I'm gonna advance to next week, see if Geronimo Allison or someone can get traded. It'd probably be like, if Kevin King gets like better offers, So Kevin King again. Review offers. So it's the 3 people again sending the same. See, like this, 76 left outside linebacker. We got 77 Kyle Fractal. Yeah, he's gone right now, but right now we need a wide receiver. We're not getting any of that. We're getting a 73, so disrespectful defensive tackle because we have Kenny Clark. And then okay, hopefully that fixed. And then obviously left outside linebacker that we kind of need, but they're sending us another 7th round pick that we're going to trade anyway. They're sending us a 7th round pick next year, and they're sending us a 4th and 6th next year. So it's kind of disrespect, to be honest, but we may need the space because right now what are we at for left? So all our outside linebackers and stuff are kind of so right now so we kind of need a left outside linebacker with Fackrell being injured. Corey Linsley will get to you in a bit. Oh, Vikings are 0-4, so we're facing another team that's undefeated, losing. So I'm just gonna sim this quick. Simulate. I don't care. I don't care. Please have someone be. No. Okay. Because I think I might take that left outside linebacker, to be honest. Yeah, they're giving us another 7th round pick that we don't need, but overall in general, we are. Kyler Fackrell is technically a right outside linebacker. Yeah. And he's injured. And so what is he technically? A right outside linebacker. So then we're not gonna. Okay. So it's like if we were to edit the guy, put him as a left outside linebacker. I'm probably gonna switch him back, but see, like, cause I've seen some YouTubers where they switch the players, and it's either they're the same overall or they change. Oh, he stays the same. But either way, that's odd. It's like wherever Fackrell goes is where the whole entire. Or do I have... That's weird. I'm just gonna switch him back to what he originally was. And then get that 75 left outside linebacker, which will make Whitehead go to the other side. Yeah. But we also need Kevin King. But we also don't need Campbell either. But he's been producing pretty well. Campbell is the one that we don't need. But Kevin King is the only... I'm just gonna decline him. Trading is done. What does he want? 19. Yeah, it's kind of expensive, but it's only it's throughout 4 years. I'm just gonna give him 5. Add that a little bit. he wants a little bit more money. Okay. Anthony Brown. Alright. Kyle Fackrell, I think I may just be not re-signing him. But Lowry, Parks, and Anthony Brown, at least Parks and Brown I'm keeping. I don't know, Dean Lowry, I don't know. I may just have to try and re-sign him through free agency, because maybe that might be the problem of what I'm facing, is that I keep the people on the team and not risk it for getting other people from not like. But as of right now, you can see that our defense is doing perfectly fine. But obviously right now, Kyler Fackrell is injured, so that's the only like kind of other key player that we're losing, so to speak, as of right now for like 5-6 weeks. So yeah, I don't know. It's like I would get rid of Kevin King, but yet nobody is wanting anybody else, and I'm losing people as wide receiver. And I can't sign anybody unless if they're really, really cheap. She's asking for 2.75. Dwight Howard would put your team over the salary cap. You must clear 1.87 before signing this player. Yeah, by getting rid of somebody. I don't know. In the drafts, I really don't care, so I'm just gonna use all my points towards players that I may not need. But overall, in general, at this point, I just don't care. Like you could be thinking, why are you doing all to the like first round possibilities? Well, literally, I'm only doing like the first 3 or 4 rounds in the draft, and then all the rest of my picks I want to trade away or get a decent pick. So I got perfectly 0 scouting points. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get some to drink and I'll be right back. Oh, it's midnight. Holy schmuckaroos. Oh. I don't know. I was thinking of possibly instead of creating a video on like my booster box that I got, I was thinking of live streaming. But the fact of it is that I don't get much viewers, so to speak, which obviously I can't really blame anybody or whatnot for either not wanting to stream or not wanting to watch my streams or whatnot, or not wanting to, like, because I'm new and stuff. But like overall, that I was gonna stream, I will stream it. But also, like I said in the description, in my description, I have two whether it be Instagram or that I created a YouTube Instagram called Jeremy Mansfield 29, all in lowercase. Obviously I made it separate from my personal one. Obviously some YouTubers do use their personal one or whatnot, but I just decided to make it separate. That way I give you like insights on what to come with my channel, or maybe polls and stuff like that that people could like click on, and that would be like whether it be a challenge, whether it be a punishment, because I will do like videos that like Fortnite or something like that, you give me a challenge in the description of the video or whatnot, because I look back and look at every comment and stuff like that, whether it be I like the video or something like that. Like obviously it may be to the point where I don't respond to the comment, but it's the fact of that I will at least look at the comment, because I get notifications off my phone through YouTube Studio and YouTube that I get the comments, so I at least know that if you send a comment, you that I look at it when obviously I have time. And then if it's like something like a question or something like that, I'll obviously answer it. But if it's just like a compliment or something like that, I may put a heart on it and stuff like that, or at least look at it, because I appreciate any compliment that I get. Yeah, just trying to continue getting like audience. I'm kind of like audience driven. I like people interaction, because like obviously like when you have a job or something like that, you interact with coworkers depending on the job and stuff, so I like to have an interaction of whether it be within my coworkers at work or here. I try to get an interaction, but I also am new, so people don't know like what to expect, that what I can do. I'll try to do the best that I can do, whether it be film it off of my phone, which is what I was going to entirely do the booster box, which I'm still gonna do, unless if told elsewise that hey, maybe streaming it, maybe I get a bunch of people to watch it, maybe if I get a bunch more like subscribers or something like that, because like kind of COVID-19 is still going on right now and everything, so I really can't go to a game store and play Magic right now, or maybe I could, but just with like family members, maybe if right now they're going through like cancer treatment, or just overall of your personal health, and you don't want to catch it and spread it all over the place. I understand, because that's what I'm kind of trying not to do. I'm trying to stay at home and stuff and do the best that I can. Obviously that's why I created this YouTube channel, but more than likely I created this YouTube channel because of I have a family member who is going through chemotherapy, and cancer stuff is not cheap, and so that's why I kind of created this channel, kind of like creating a fund for it, so to speak. Obviously, the way that I've thought about, like, say, like, through income of getting this, whether it be sponsorship deals or whatnot, that since I do have a job, so I am getting money somehow, somewhere, that this is, like, not full-time or anything, but obviously right now it's kind of like full-time, because I've been creating video after video after video after video after video, because of the fact of I've been stuck at home. My school kind of, so to speak, kind of technically like shut down, but like not shut down, because we could do everything everything online, that I couldn't go to school. I couldn't go to the game store that I go to play Magic the Gathering. My work was lucky enough to give me like a few weeks, because I work every other weekend, give me like basically a few buffer weeks of, alright, we'll give you attendance, we'll give you absent, like free days. Otherwise, if I like continue, because I have to go back to work this week, otherwise if I continue, I lose my job, and I don't want that to happen. So that's where I'm at right now. So and then I would like do a divide range of like create a fund for my family member who is going through it, like basically do like how I would set it up for like percentage wise, like I would get 25%, so like a small part of it, because obviously I put in the work, I made the videos, I edited the videos, I've done all the hard work, I've done all of it to get this far, so I'd get at least, I would get credit, get 25% of it, and then the 75% is based off of part of it obviously going towards my family member, and the treatment and stuff, like with the bills and everything, because when you have chemotherapy multiple times, when you have radiation, and when you have maybe have to get surgery and stuff, like medical stuff is not cheap. It's not cheap whatsoever. And so obviously within that 75%, maybe 50% of that would be towards the family member, and then the other 50 would go towards maybe like St. Jude's, maybe towards Ronald McDonald House, maybe towards something else. But that's what I plan on doing with it. It may change. It may be like something way different. It may be towards like after the fact of, say if I were to get 1,000 subscribers and the economy is still hurting or whatnot, maybe I go towards a food pantry to send them money to, hey, now you can buy supplies for your food pantry, provide for obviously the homeless, or for low-income families that need food, because people will still be struggling, and stuff like that. So it's kind of like this channel, you may think, oh, you're just doing it just to get the money and stuff like that. No, I'm actually gonna try and do good things with it, because obviously, like I said, I do have a job, but obviously I haven't been working with this whole coronavirus thing, trying to save my health and also my family members' health of, this is very dangerous. I got a family member that's going through cancer treatment. They don't want to risk them dying because of, hey, I need to work, I need to do this, I need to do that. If it were to happen, I would most likely lose my job, because I would be like, I would prefer saving my family member's life than going to work and risking my life and other people's life while being at work. So that's how I view it as. Like, a lot of people would be like, well, I have to have this job, I have to stay there and stuff like that. Okay, well, you could do that, obviously, try to stay safe and try to stay whatever, but also be aware of, you're also risking yourself and risking other people from getting it too as well. So just be aware of that, and if they're like, yes, I'm aware of that, I'll try my best to keep everyone safe, then obviously, boom, good to go. You don't have to, they know what they're going into and stuff like that, and they will try their best to obviously stay home. Otherwise, there may be the stubborn people who's like, I know what's going on and stuff like that, but I'm still gonna go out, still do whatever I want. And obviously, you don't like those. I don't like really those people that much, really, to be honest. It just kind of gets annoying how you got these government officials and everything that tell us, hey, you have to stay inside because we don't know how this coronavirus virus is actually like, and it's killed a lot of people and stuff, and they haven't found a way to control it. They're still working on a vaccine and stuff, so it's just, it just kind of gets annoying when people are like, I don't care either way, like, I may risk my family member's life or whatnot, but I have to do what I have to do. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll play one more game, because I'm kind of in the mood of, I just won and now I've lost basically my wide receivers. I only have 3 available and I put 1 on injury reserve and I can't sign anyone else unless if I were to release somebody, and I don't want to do that, whether it be a defensive player, whether it be an offensive player. Yeah, I don't want to do that, so I'm at this point where I'm kind of at a stuck point, and I'm also kind of suffering from food coma too. So I had like a late supper and stuff, and it's still like in my gut and stuff. So I'm also quite tired, so it kind of gets annoying when it comes to that, to be honest. Not annoying that I have food coma, but like when you have food coma, you just like get annoyed and you don't really want to do anything besides sleep. But you could be sleeping all day and then you just get into a food coma, and then yeah, it's just the end of the game right there, because then you're just gonna fall asleep like you do after Thanksgiving dinner or lunch or whenever you have Thanksgiving. Like, it's just, you can't win. You may think it's a turkey or whatnot, but no, it's the fact of you're eating so much food in one consumption, and you're eating more than what your body can handle, and yeah. So maybe I may end this stream and do Warzone, or I may even try to do OBS and try and open up the booster box instead and see if there is going to be anyone on. If there isn't, like, I'll give it like within 10-15 minutes or something like that if I get more people, because maybe people are interested, because the booster boxes did just come out. But also I know it's kind of late at night where people may be now returning to work, because in Wisconsin businesses are now opening that may not get people, but if not, then I'll just probably go to Warzone instead. So hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Maybe check me out when I try with OBS and all that stuff. Try to see about doing the booster box opening. If not, if I don't get like much viewers or whatnot, then I'll just create the video and then go to Warzone with a different stream. So have a good rest of your day, and peace out.